and welcome to Wine and Words Wednesday. I hope that you've had a great day so far, and now that it's 5 p.m. that you are relaxing with your favorite beverage. We are here to provide some wine and words. We're not providing the wine, I suppose, but we are providing the words for your afternoon. This afternoon, we are focusing on the great songwriters, the great lyricists, and instead of singing the songs to you, what I'm doing is providing the words and providing the lyrics that they wrote and providing them as poetry. It's interesting sometimes to read the lyrics of our favorite songs and to think of them not as songs, but to think of them as poetry instead. A while back, Rolling Stone actually did an article on the greatest songwriters of all time. And we're going to be looking at some of the greatest songwriters of all time and some of their greatest lyrics today, and looking at them not as songs but as poetry. So let's get down to it. According to Rolling Stone, some of the top songwriters of all time, and you may agree or disagree with them, you can let me know in the comments. The top 10 are, counting down from 10, Stevie Wonder, Joni Mitchell is number 9, Paul Simon is number 8, Carole King with Jeffrey Goffin is number 7, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, number 6, Smokey Robinson is number 5, number 4 is Chuck Berry, and the top 3 songwriters of all time, John Lennon, Paul McCartney is number 2, and number 1, drumroll, Bob Dylan. So let's start off today with some of the wise words of Bob Dylan. And instead of listening to his music, we're just going to listen to his words, because it's Wine and Words Wednesday. So kick back with your glass of wine, or whatever you're choosing to drink today, and let's listen to the words of Bob Dylan. Hopefully I chose your favorite piece. If not, I apologize. Can't listen to all of the words of Bob Dylan. We're going to listen to Blowin' in the Wind. How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must a white dove sail before he sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowin' in the wind. The answer is blowin' in the wind. How many years can a mountain exist before it's washed to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people exist before they're allowed to be free? Yes, and how many times can a man turn his head pretending he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is blowin' in the wind. The answer is blowin' in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowin' in the wind. The answer is blowin' in the wind. So the next one that I have is another Bob Dylan, since he is, according to Rolling Stone, the number 1 songwriter of all time, although you may or may not agree. This is a little bit of a later piece by Bob Dylan. This is called Beyond the Horizon. Beyond the horizon, behind the sun, at the end of the rainbow, life has only begun. In the long hours of twilight, 'neath the stardust above, beyond the horizon, it is easy to love. I'm staring out the window of an ancient town, petals from flowers falling to the ground. Beyond the horizon, in the springtime or fall, love waits forever for one and for all. Beyond the horizon, across the divide, round about midnight, we'll be on the same side. Down in the valley, the water runs cold. Beyond the horizon, someone's praying for your soul. I lost my true lover in the dusk, in the dawn. I have to recover, get up, and go on. Beyond the horizon, beyond love's burning game, every step that you take, I'm walking the same. Beyond the horizon, the night winds blow, the theme of a melody from many moons ago. The bells of St. Mary, how sweetly they chime. Beyond the horizon, I found you just in time. Slipping and sliding, too late to stop. Riding and gliding, it's lonely at the top. Beyond the horizon, the sky is so blue. I've got more than a lifetime to live loving you. That was Bob Dylan, Beyond the Horizon. Moving a little bit further down the line of top songwriters of all time, we're moving to songwriter number 7, according to Rolling Stone, one of my favorite songwriters, Carole King. This is Carole King's Tapestry. My life has been a tapestry of rich and royal hue, an everlasting vision of the ever-changing view, a wondrous woven magic in bits of blue and gold, a tapestry to feel and see, impossible to hold. Once, amid the soft silver sadness in the sky, there came a man of fortune, a drifter passing by. He wore a torn and tattered cloth around his leathered hide, and a coat of many colors, yellow-green on either side. He moved with some uncertainty, as if we didn't know just what he was there for, or where he ought to go. Once he reached for something golden, hanging from a tree, and his hand came down empty. Soon within my tapestry along the rutted road, he sat down on a river rock and turned into a toad. It seemed that he had fallen into someone's wicked spell, and I wept to see him suffer, though I didn't know him well. And I watched in sorrow. There suddenly appeared a figure gray and ghostly beneath a flowing beard. In times of deepest darkness, I've seen him dressed in black. Now my tapestry's unraveling. He's come to take me back. He's come to take me back. That was Tapestry by Carole King. Songwriter number 7, according to Rolling Stone's greatest songwriters of all time. Now moving on to songwriter number 8, according to Rolling Stone's greatest songwriters of all time, Paul Simon. Maybe you agree that Paul Simon should be in the top 10, maybe you don't. But one of my favorite Paul Simon songs is a song called American Tune. This is a lesser known song by Paul Simon, so listen carefully to the words if you've never heard it before. Many's the time I've been mistaken, and many times confused. Yes, and often felt forsaken, and certainly misused. But I'm all right, I'm all right. I'm just weary to my bones. Still you don't expect to be bright and bon vivant, so far away from home, so far away from home. And I don't know a soul who's not been battered. I don't have a friend who feels at ease. I don't know a dream that's not been shattered or driven to its knees. But it's all right. It's all right. We've lived so long, so well. Still, when I think of the road we're traveling on, I wonder what went wrong. I can't help it, I wonder what went wrong. And I dreamed I was dying. And I dreamed that my soul rose unexpectedly, and looking back down at me, smiled reassuringly. And I dreamed I was flying, and high above my eyes could clearly see the Statue of Liberty sailing away to sea. And I dreamed I was flying. We come on the ship they call the Mayflower. We come on the ship that sailed the moon. We come in the age's most uncertain hour and sing an American tune. But it's all right. It's all right. You can't be forever blessed. Still, tomorrow's going to be another working day, and I'm trying to get some rest. That's all. I'm trying to get some rest. That's absolutely one of my favorite Paul Simon songs. I think it's so amazing, and you can really see his genius in there, especially when you listen to just the lyrics and not even necessarily the music. When you put it all together, it's genius as well. But that's my opinion of Paul Simon. Now on to songwriter number 9, Joni Mitchell. Maybe you agree that Joni Mitchell should be in the top 10 songwriters of all time. This is her song, A Case of You. Listen to just the lyrics as we read them as poetry. Just before our love got lost, you said, I am as constant as a northern star. And I said, constantly in the darkness, where's that at? If you want me, I'll be in the bar. On the back of a cartoon coaster, in the blue TV screen light, I drew a map of Canada, oh Canada, with your face sketched on it twice. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. Oh, I am a lonely painter. I live in a box of paints. I'm frightened by the devil, and I'm drawn to those ones that ain't afraid. I remember that time you told me, you said, love is touching souls. Surely you touched mine. 'Cause part of you pours out of me in these lines from time to time. Oh, you're in my blood like holy wine. You taste so bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling, and still I would be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. I met a woman. She had a mouth like yours. She knew your life. She knew your devils and your deeds. And she said, go to him. Stay with him if you can, but be prepared to bleed. Oh, you're in my blood. You're my holy wine. You're so bitter, bitter and so sweet. Oh, I could drink a case of you, darling. Still I'd be on my feet. I would still be on my feet. That was Case of You by Joni Mitchell. One more Joni Mitchell. This was to me a lesser known one. I'm not sure for any of you Joni Mitchell fans if it would be lesser known. This is Down to You. You can let me know in the comments if you're a Joni Mitchell fan, if you know this one. Everything comes and goes, marked by lovers and styles of clothes. Things that you held high and told yourself were true, lost or changing as the days come down to you. Down to you, constant stranger. You're a kind person. You're a cold person too. It's down to you. It all comes down to you. You go down to the pickup station, craving warmth and beauty. You settle for less than fascination. A few drinks later, you're not so choosy. When the closing lights strip off the shadows on this strange new flesh you've found, clutching the night to you like a fig leaf, you hurry to the blackness and the blankets to lay down an impression and your loneliness. In the morning, there are lovers in the street. They look so high. You brush against a stranger and you both apologize. Old friends seem indifferent. You must have brought that on. Old bonds have broken down. Love is gone. Oh, love is gone. Written on your spirit, this sad song, love is gone. Everything comes and goes. Pleasure moves on too early, and trouble leaves too slow. Just when you're thinking you finally got it made, bad news comes knocking at your garden gate. Knocking for you, constant stranger. You're a brute, you're an angel, you can crawl, you can fly too. It's down to you. It all comes down to you. That was Joni Mitchell's Down to You. Songwriter number 10, as we come to a close today, is Stevie Wonder, Sir Duke. Music is a world within itself, with a language we all understand, with an equal opportunity for all to sing, dance, and clap their hands. Just because a record has a groove, don't make it hit the groove. But you can tell by the dance that lets you in when the people start to move. They can feel it all over. They can feel it all over, people. They can feel it all over. They can feel it all over, people. Music knows it is and always will be one of the things that life just won't quit. But here are some of music's pioneers that time will not allow us to forget. For there's Basie, Miller, Satchmo, and the king of all, Sir Duke. And with a voice like Ella's ringing out, there's no way the band can lose. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. You can feel it all over. You can feel it all over, people. Now, my favorite lyricist was not on the list. So to close, I wanted to add one more. My favorite lyricist was actually number 36, Robert Hunter. This is Attics of My Life. In the attics of my life, full of cloudy dreams unreal, full of tastes no tongue can know, and lights no eyes can see. When there was no ear to hear, you sang to me. I have spent my life seeking all that's still unsung, bent my ear to hear the tune, and closed my eyes to see. When there was no strings to play, you played to me. In the book of love's own dream, where all the print is blood, where all the pages are my days, and all the lights grow old, when I had no wings to fly, you flew to me, you flew to me. In the secret space of dreams, where I dreaming lay amazed, when the secrets are all told and all the petals all unfold, when there was no dream of mine, you dreamed of me. Thank you so much for joining me today for Wine and Words Wednesday. I hope that you're enjoying your glass of wine or whatever you're having with me today. I hope that you enjoyed our special poetry afternoon with our lyricists, our songwriters, and I hope that you'll join us next week for Wine and Words Wednesday. Have a great day. Bye.